Experiences. So you had bad experiences.
No, you'd like me to have had bad experiences.
So how have you
Look at you
turned
looking
like
for
far right?
And you get closer to God. It's called for that. You get closer to God.
Content over everything.
You get closer to God, right? So you can't understand that, right? Because you don't have God in your life.
So you're a religious nutcase.
You can say nutcase.
So you're a 1488er, explain that.
Yeah, not 88, just 14.
You're 14, so you just leave out the 88. What is the 88?
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler, oh, okay. That's a good way to start, isn't it, Ralph?
No, that's a good way you wanted to start.
Oh, good way I wanted to start. Well, that's the original thing. That's what Dylan Roof wrote in the sand,
Yeah, he's an idiot.
1488.
We're not here. It's so much worse than that.
We don't shoot up black churches, we
so
shoot
much
up
worse than
synagogues.
that. We're not like some little kid who like killed black people. You're fucking with me, man.
I would have loved to have seen him try
People
and do that in
pretend I'm
Chicago.
far right. Look, this nice Turkish boy, you understand. They pretend I'm far right, right? But you know I'm well far right.
Yeah.
Right, which is, yeah.
You're far light.
That's too much time on the internet. Hello? Too much time on the internet. You can be my heckler too. They've all come to heckle me. Okay, so.
Oh, are you Thingy's sister?
Bingy or Thingy.
Sorry, who are you, if you don't mind me asking?
No one is special.
Okay, that's cool.
No one.
Nobody.
No, I really don't. Make something up.
Ralph's nobody. He wants to be a somebody.
I want to keep low underground, like stealth, like our stealth fighters. Just don't really.
What are you going to discuss today?
Well, I came here because there's some sort of confusion because of white supremacy, and people don't understand the right, and I consider myself terribly far right. So, as a Christian, I'd like to explain the 14 words to the rest of the chimps.
Oh, you're a Christian as well?
Correct, right, yeah. Christian soldier, specifically.
Where did Christianity originate?
Yeah, but we get some questions a bit. To explain the 14 words, so the 14 words, so let's see if we can take the Dalai Lama and start. If I made the following statement of the 14 words templatized and said, we must secure an existence for Tibetan people and a future for Tibetan children. Of the last 30 years, the Dalai Lama, as the spiritual leader of the world, has said, the moral authority says yes, the Tibetan people and children have a right to self-determination. So if I take the 14 words again and replace it and say we must secure the existence of Somalian people and a future for Somalian children, most people aren't going to wet their pants and like scream racist, for example. But if I said we must secure the existence of English people and a future for English children, everyone goes, Sieg Heil, right? And you're like, well, that's fascinating. You know, you have to be German and a member of the Socialist Party to be a Nazi. But if it's something about white people or English people, it's wrong. So you can't simultaneously make claim in the 14 words that we must secure an existence for Tibetan children and their people, and not do the same for white people, as all demographics say whitey is going to be overrun on the board.
Well, they are.
So someone who's not white, it's very easy to say the moral case for that is fucking clear, right? I mean, without being totally...
The idea is that the Tibetans are being occupied, and China
Correct.
is sending in droves and droves of Chinese from... Why are you looking at me
No,
like
that's
that?
not
You wanna
the. No,
kill
I'm
me.
just looking at that out of pleasant surprise because that's not what the ONS data tells me. So I mean, but yeah, that's not what the ONS, the Office of National Statistics data, the source of the information, tells me. Do you know what percentage of England is non-white?
81.
87%. It's okay. So people didn't
Do you
know.
mean American white or you mean British white?
Without getting to white
there a
ethnography,
difference?
which I do like, I'm guessing your
British
morphology.
white,
Non-white.
British white. If you're,
Yeah,
if you're
non-white.
sort of darker than
10%.
somewhere in the middle,
13.
then you're
13.
considered to be
And there are
black,
5
if you're sort
strategies
of
that
lighter than
project to
someone, then you're
2050,
white. But for
white
Americans, it's like
ethnography.
you have
Up
one
to
drop
35,
of
40%
African
of the
blood.
board.
It's like you're black.
If we look at the 14 words,
I mean,
and we
look
say
at
there's a
Obama. I mean,
percentage
Obama
that's
was
okay,
white,
98%
He
is
was half
wrong,
Kenyan.
and 1% is harsh.
Half Kenyan.
Whatever
Yeah,
that
but
percentage is,
he was light. He was
immigration,
pretty black.
integration,
He's not
plus
very black at all.
repatriation.
Not really.
Is
I
your
mean,
way
like
to
you, for
achieve that
example. I mean,
for
you
the
know.
Filipino people.
not really.
God
I'm
bless
not
the
that black.
Filipino people.
No, not at all. Exactly. But
What's
if you
wrong
went
with
to
the same
America,
for
you're black.
whitey?
I came here, I'd be
What's
black. I
wrong
wasn't
with
known,
the same
sorry.
for
People have
whitey?
always recognised me as black.
For the
people.
white
If they're
chimps.
oppressed,
Oh, well, I'm
if they're
native
oppressed and they're
European,
in danger,
just
then
to let
there
you
is
know.
nothing wrong with it.
Like Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
The idea is that you
Yes.
use the
Same hairdresser.
Tibetans are oppressed by the Chinese.
And we have no problem. Yeah, but you have no problem with that for the
They're trying to
Tibetans.
change the demographics in
Yeah. So you have no problem with that for the Tibetans.
I don't know.
But
No.
the future of
So the
future
question
of
to really
English-
ask
I don't know
yourself
about
is
English
why do you
whites.
feel this ontological barrier to jump over the same projection onto it for others?
But
Because
I'm
you've
just
been
saying,
programmed.
If white people in England or the English,
Yeah.
those
Did
with
you get
English
some? Maybe he was
heritage and ethnicity are under threat, then yeah, you have to protect them.
Right, well said. And that's exactly the case.
I'm saying.
Anyone that
Are you a white supremacist?
but don't worry, because they're going to invade
The word is
Iran
interesting,
and
but
get lots of oil,
farcical,
but they're
but we
still
can
trying
break
to
it
think of
down
an
if you
excuse.
like. Because I'm going to break down the
to get in
ontology
there,
of
because
what
they've got to say, well,
what
we're
is a
going
white
to liberate the
supremacist?
Iranian people. And
Sorry?
we're
What
going
is a
to,
white
because
supremacist?
the Iranians have got
Use
nuclear
the
weapons,
term,
but
so
they have
like-
to
Like me to answer
that.
that.
Okay, what
No, you said use the term what is bunga bunga. Just asking what bunga bunga means. You said what is a white supremacist? What does that mean?
Yes.
So then I can answer your question.
You tell me.
I don't think they're going to go.
I tell you, no. I think the
White,
concept is
right,
absurd.
well, that's
Would you like
Just-
me to
just
explain a white
technically
supremacist?
absurd. Yeah, no, I know what he means. You can tell me. Yeah, you can explain it. Yeah,
I
Tiger.
think a lot of people get mixed up. Yeah, you can get a typical white nationalist who's kind of like, yeah, I'm white, it's great. But they don't hate other people. They're like, yeah, this dude's
Yeah,
black, it's
they
fine.
love their own,
Jared
right?
Taylor, mainly, he doesn't go around blaming other people for his problems.
No,
A
it's good
white
man.
supremacist is someone who holds himself at the top of the food chain, who believes that he deserves to be at the top of everything. It's like white intersectionality.
River's blood, Ralph. Do you support
No, I
that?
like it all. I'm waiting for an argument at some point that might appear. But until then, I'm just examining the chimps. Like different chimps. She's chicks. What's she saying?
gold do you have?
Gold. That's a ridiculous asset to hold. But anyway, I can see why you would hold it.
you
I can
guys
see
have a lot of
genetically
gold.
why you would hold it, actually. But I wouldn't. Boom.
The gold that we
So the 14 words.
Africa.
So there's no argument against the 14 words unless you take the neoliberal post-enlightenment view, which says equality of any difference is the way we mix the world up. And whitey is the only one not allowed to collect words.
Do you think
If
that
you
might,
accept
do
that
you
as a
think that
moral
might have
position.
something to do with like Charlottesville and Pittsburgh? Because like,
Why?
I mean, it's like, yeah, we're not racist. We're just proud of being white. All of a sudden, a car comes down and kills a young girl named Heather Hay. So it seems to be every
I don't
time.
think that was purposely. It was like a big.
That's just an absurd argument.
And then someone goes
It's
into
an
a synagogue
absurd
and
argument against
shoots up a. So
yeah,
it seems to be every
shoots
time.
up white Jews, you know.
Yeah, so it seems to be
Did
every
you know
time
80% of black people in London
Yeah.
are killed by black people?
Oh yeah, because most black people tend to live amongst other black.
No, that's not the reason.
Oh, it is.
It really isn't. Someone says hello. That's the donkeys, yeah. So it looks like I can't hear a single argument against the
Right,
14
Ralph,
words.
you
It looks like
support-
everyone's
if
agreed.
you're
So
white,
I'm
you're
ready to go for a drink.
I agree in existing a homeland in white originated nations, mainly Europe. United States,
European
Australia.
homeland, like the Dalai Lama. So the Dalai Lama said Europe belongs to the Europeans.
He's not white, so don't count.
He's right.
He's never independent arbiter. You guys worship him.
It seems fair to me.
I would take Tibet by nuclear force. I would land in Tibet and just take it. Right?
Well, you'd have to
I'm
be
not
going
that
through
way.
a lot of mountains, Ralph.
Ralph, but it's a natural progression. Like, don't you think it's karma? Look how many lands they've stolen, and basically it's natural progression.
Right, so this whole sort of really, because he's a godless person, so his morals are given by nepotism and himself, and he has this kind of revenge fetish because he was shat on by Whitey.
Could you translate that into English for us?
And so he still thinks Whitey bad, right, which is terrible. Because you should leave if you don't like Whitey, man.
Hey, are Irish
I was
people
born
white
here.
yet, or is that?
No, they're Catholic.
Who says I'm Irish?
I don't know, that Liam Neeson-esque
Hey,
voice
you
you
are
have. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
that could simply be an accident of my birth. I could be French, national,
No, you're Irish.
American.
So are Irish white, or
I
are
have
they
more
some
than
kind
one
of
passport. I
sub-white?
might sell you one if you're nice to me.
That's a myth.
Oh, it's a myth.
Just relax.
It really
you're
is.
Irish.
It's a myth that they're referred to as monkeys,
I
and
know
people
what
said
I
that they're
am.
more like the
when we sequence
Neanderthals.
their 20,000 gene
It's a-
DNA, they're clearly white.
It's a myth.
When
It's a
we
myth you
sequence
put on
their
your shop
DNA
I don't
windows.
drink.
No blacks,
There's
no
a shop.
Irish, no dogs. Was that a myth?
No, that's pre-genetics. We know they're 100% white. Why are you wasting my time?
They come from the Belgian.
I mean,
come from
the
the
Celtic
Belgian
Gaelic
coast.
people are fucking white. You have genes, I can see.
I have what, Irish genes?
Yeah, she have
Yeah.
Celtic Gaelic. Yeah, I can see it. It's beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's a social construct. Like, dude.
No, of course, yeah, you're right. White people exist. I'm not denying that.
but
It's
Irish
just,
people are
you're
white.
very
And-
selective
and
on who's white and who isn't. I mean,
Irish are white.
the,
No, I'm not. You're
the
getting all
Italians are only white for the last
No, but
100
you're
years,
getting excited.
despite the fact that they
You're-
invented Western civilization during the Roman Empire.
No, but
So
you're getting
it's like-
excited. You're getting excited because you thought Irish people weren't white. It's a funny game. You're
What
saying,
about
are
the,
Romans white? We know the genetic clusters. It's too late.
What about the
We've sequenced
civilization that
human
predated
DNA.
the Romans?
We know what the DNA. We don't know what the chimps
Are the
look like.
Babylonians white?
The Celts.
No.
I don't think skin colour helps us much
Northern Persians are
in
white.
understanding
They are
civilization.
pretty white.
I would
Sorry,
just know
did you
the
catch
truth,
that?
and you're going to get
I
all
don't think
emotional.
skin
about
colour
it.
helps us really understand
It's your
civilization.
problem.
Skin
But
colour.
the data is
all these
crystal.
other-
It's rather superficial, isn't it?
The defense of whitey is essential. But
Superficial.
I'm an Indian
But
hobbit.
why
my
are you
favourite troll.
obsessed with whitey, Ralph? Why do you want whitey at the top
Demographic
of the chain?
data. But I don't want that. You just said that.
I think you do, Ralph.
So that's again projecting views onto my head, which you can do.
So what's your method into
Methods?
protecting white
I work
children
pretty hard all week.
Race
from
war.
from us savages?
Huh?
Race
What's
war.
your
In
method?
your case specifically, and just
Race
generally.
wars.
Do you want to know at the political level? Or do you want to first? So I have plans for you. We're coming
Surprise
tonight.
me.
Tonight, no, it will be a surprise
Do not
tonight.
put your taxes
All right.
We'll knock on the door. We'll take you away like beef of vendetta. It's terrible. We're coming.
The
We're
black
gonna be,
bags.
Like, yeah. Do you really worry about Nazis a lot? Just like a syndrome.
I think you'd have to be an idiot not to worry about Nazis. Look, if someone wants to be a proud white guy, that's fine. But look what's going on now. Like the gas the Jews is trending on Twitter, right? And there's been,
I know you struggle with the Jewish.
And what's that a measure
no,
of?
no, like I have
What's that a
friends
measure
who are
of?
white, and that's cool.
Trending
but-
on Twitter. What's that? a
Gas the
measure of?
Jews is trending on Twitter. It's messed up.
And what's that a measure of?
That's pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not just Nazis. It's
Scary.
also far left people with communists.
Well,
you know,
like, if
and
you want to
Muslims,
really
you know.
find what's going on, go to a charity called Hope Not Hate. They do a
Far
European-wide
left organisation.
analysis.
Well, let's talk more
they
about-
do
sorry.
a European-wide wide analysis of far-right groups and find out what's really going on in the country. You don't need Twitter to find out.
What's your method into securing an existence for a white ethno-state, or
Read like rabbits.
to watch anime and?
So you mean what's the level? So if you look at the data, the political parties are polling between 30%, 27%, sweep across Europe at a 5% growth rate.
Yeah.
In the
They were
next 10
defeated
years,
in Holland.
Spain has just
They
joined
were
us.
defeated in Holland. They
So
were
we
defeated
think
in
at
France.
some point we will be the pivot power to start the reverse
Rubbish.
of the liberal.
They were
Depends
defeated
on
in
the
Holland. They were
FDP
defeated in
for
France.
Berlin. And we know in the next 10 years, next 20 years, we're going to secure that with reverse integration.
Ralph,
25,
got a question
30%
for
of
you.
the seats. And we're on that trajectory.
Isn't it kind of the white man's responsibility to be having white babies? instead
You're
of-
thinking it racially, which is wrong.
I mean, we are talking about 14 words, I mean, securing existence for white children. So isn't
Are
it?
those children going to be safe?
But Ralph, but you're
So let me ask you a question back.
You're full of
Why does it
hypocrisy.
trouble you? Why does it trouble you to care about white people?
I love white people. I love
So why-
everyone.
why does it
What I
feel
don't like is
trigger you?
what I don't like is radical ethno-nationalism.
I'm not
This
radical.
idea
I'm
of
much further right than radical. Don't confuse me with radical.
no, this
Good Lord,
idea
Andrew,
of
you're like a child.
this
You're
idea
radical.
of looking on a map. Europe, that belongs to me. America, that belongs to
Correct.
me. Australia, that belongs to me.
But you have no problem
South
with the
Africa,
Tibetans.
yeah, we're going to take
took
that
over
too.
some-
So it's just
Yes.
white people you worry about, but you have no problem with the Tibetans.
look-
or you mix it all up.
How many countries on the globe have Tibetans colonized? I mean, you can make an argument for the Indians.
Nothing
yeah,
in
they're
Tibet.
everywhere.
There's nothing in Tibet, mate.
You
I've
get
been
ripped
there.
by
It's
an
just like
individual.
nice mountains. There's nothing there to have. It's not of interest about it.
Mountains and
Other than
culture
Tibetan people.
and monks.
Goats. It's nice like threadwear.
Tigers, there are tigers.
That's what you should have told me.
There's a really messed up trade. Now people think that if you
liberal.
eat a tiger penis, that it will increase your sexual libido. So honestly, one rumor and everyone just wants a bit of tiger dick.
How's that working out, man?
Great, wonderful.
Tiger is in his pre-embryonic stage of becoming the real tiger. Eventually you understand that you're not
You
going
hear
to
that
get Ghana back without embracing the 14 words for Ghana.
Did you hear that the Indian government?
Unless the Ghanaians have the right to secure existence for little Ghanaian babies. You're just like a left-wing.
Your shanty.
No, you're just
Ghana,
like, you're just
they're
one of
the
the
Ashanti
hippies. You're just
people.
one of the left-wing people on the Serengeti, and we'll be protecting you from the other wolves. Because we are the wolves.
Oh, yeah.
You're our girls.
And I'm a bear.
So you're the girls, you are. We look after you, don't you worry about it. But you're not in charge of security or the money or anything.
No.
Can't count it.
We leave that to our friends at Stanford Hill.
No, just ours, right? That's
Sorry,
why
no,
political
I'll
power-
stop, I'll stop.
That's right, that's right. I don't.
Ralph, so why are you worried about whitey decreasing?
Worried is a fascinating term. I wouldn't use the word worried, I'm just observant.
So why don't you just
I'm a
let
geek, I
natural
don't really
progression?
care about
Concern.
humans.
Oh, you don't care.
So why don't you let natural progression?
So you speak
Yo,
about something
natural
That's an argument for you saying the ultimate picture is a mixing of all the chimps and this is a good
Yo, Ralph, we're going for a drink.
Yeah, we're going to go where is she? Yeah.
As a beyond ultra right wing,
Yeah, I'm a neo-reactionary absolutist.
What worries you or what interests you? What do you care about? Do you actually?
I want to ride the wave of accelerationism. I want to ride the wave of accelerationism. The meta-narrative I'm a technologist is acceleration is racing us together. Coming together. We're connected. I want to have the higher order structure worthy of Empire 2.0 that goes this liberal idea of American freedom to be a transaction by requirement. Sure, that's the liberty one. Wow.
You obviously believe in individual freedoms, obviously.
Correct. In a purposeful
To an
life.
extreme.
In a purposeful life.
In a purposeful
Life.
life. Yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone wants a purposeful
Like
life.
he's trying to be free to be what he is.
Content over everything. From your man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
Keep ringing the bell without it coming, the effect would stop. Yes, right? What does this prove? This proves a lot of things, and it, it gives a more concrete idea of how creatures learn, how creatures adapt. Now, does that mean that before Pavlov, people didn't know that if you beat a dog on the head when he tries eating your food, that he'll stop eating your food? Did people not know about that? Obviously, they did know about it. They knew about it, but they didn't know it as specifically and